So on the phone today, really cool surprise here. We have Anthony Rumble Johnson. If you are unfamiliar with Anthony Rumble Johnson, he made a furious run in the UFC for quite some time, up until he was cut loose after not making weight and fighting Vitor Belfort. Well, now he's back at a much more comfortable weight. Just fought Phil Davis at UFC 172 and put on one hell of a show. First off, Anthony, thanks for taking the time to talk with us this morning.
Thank you for having me on, man. How are you?
We're good. We're doing great. We're looking forward to the fight this weekend. It's a hell of a card. It's going down. It's on Fox.
On Fox.
Yeah, UFC on Fox 12. It's a free one this weekend. Not only is Anthony Rumble Johnson fighting Antonio Rodrigo Noguiera, but also you got one of the fights that people have been waiting for a while with Robbie Lawler and Matt Brown. How excited are you to be on this card?
Man, I'm so excited. I'm blessed. This card is just stacked. It's crazy stacked.
Yeah, they're saying that the main event could be fight of the year, and just because of that, the way they're promoting that alone, I mean, you could potentially have a lot of eyes on you, re-exposing yourself to the UFC fight crowd at your more comfortable weight of 205. Is that exciting?
Yeah, man, I was a little bummed out. I saw the promo on TV and stuff, and all they showed was Robbie Lawler and Matt Brown. I was like, man, you can't even give me 3 seconds in the promo. You know what I'm saying? But I don't blame them, because this fight is going to be a legendary fight. You know what I mean? These two guys are amazing. After my fight, I just want to go ahead and sit down in my chair ringside and just watch the fight. I don't even want to go to the back and get my gloves cut off.
Now, how do you feel going up against Noguiera, who hasn't fought since February of last year? You're now ranked in the top 5 of your division, and he's not even on the board. How do you feel this plays up? Maybe that'd be the reason why they're not hyping you up as much?
I don't know. I feel fine. I think my fight with Nogueira is going to be good also, because he's had plenty of time to recover and get himself together and stuff like that. So I expect the best little nog that there is.
Now, you fought outside of the UFC. You went through a few different places, XFL, World Series of Fighting. You even beat Andrei Arlovsky in the World Series of Fighting. You've gone on a tear, like a 7-fight win streak, one of those being Phil Davis, who was in the top 10, like Dodge was saying, and now you find yourself in the top 10, fighting somebody who's not in the top 10. What does that place you with a win over Nogueira? Where does that put you at in the title run?
I have no idea, honestly. I haven't even thought about it. I don't, like I said before in other interviews, I haven't even thought about the title. I just take one fight at a time, and when my time comes for a title, the UFC will present it to me. You know what I mean? So I don't see Nogueira better than Cormier, and I don't see Cormier no better than Nogueira, because I think all of us are on the same playing field. If you're not the champ, you're just a regular Joe, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? The only person that's important is the champion.
That's a good way to look at it.
What if they had asked you to fight Rashad Evans in this division?
Would have never happened. Would have never happened.
Never?
Never.
So you won't fight a teammate, huh?
That's my brother. I mean, I'm not, I don't know the story behind him and John whenever they had their little thing going on. It's always he say, she say type stuff. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I wouldn't put Rashad in that situation. I wouldn't put myself in that situation, but most importantly, I wouldn't put the team in that type of situation. I mean, money talks, but blood is thicker than water. And to me, Rashad is a brother to me, and he was one of the main reasons I started doing mixed martial arts after watching him on The Ultimate Fighter. If we were part of different teams, of course, that's just how the dice roll. But we're on the same team. I can't do that to my brother just for money. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make each other better, not like train for each other to fight in the future. I can't do that.
What was this recent picture that I've seen floating around the internet? It looked like it was taken by former WWE wrestler Caitlyn. She took a picture of you and a bunch of bodybuilders at a bowling alley.
Oh yeah, it's my boy Flex Lewis. He's a 2-time Mr. Olympia.
Hey, you're making these guys look small, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was his girlfriend's birthday, so I'm really good friends with him and her. So I went with them to the bowling alley.
Looking at that picture, though, what is your...
wanted to take a picture, so we all took a picture together. The next thing I know, it's in the media that I was bigger than all of them. I mean, it was good because it caught everybody's attention. You know what I'm saying? But I was with Ryan Loco, and I'm like, Loco, me and you look average now. You know what I'm saying? And Loco's not a big guy. I said, I feel small now compared to everybody else. I'm taller than them, but they were so much more massive than I was.
It still makes you
but
look...
Those guys were awesome.
Well, what's your walking around weight? Because you look like bigger than 205 in this picture.
Oh, 230.
230. Oh, wow. So you still cut quite a bit of weight to get to the 205 division.
Yeah, but I think that's almost, average for 205. I think like the true 205ers.
So what is the
Right.
most weight you've ever cut then?
Ooh, man, I fought Dan Hardy. I remember I got up to, I think I was 230 and dropped down to 170 to fight him.
Holy
like 2
crap.
months. Yeah, it was something stupid.
So, other than cutting a little bit of weight, is there anything specific you're training for, Lil Nog? I mean, I know on the road to the Octagon, he was saying he believes, his boxing is going to have the edge. And I know you recently went on Twitter and said this isn't a boxing match, but is there anything specific you're training for?
No, I'm just trying to knock him out and beat him up. That's it. Nothing special. He knows what's coming. There's no surprise when you fight me. You know what I'm going to try and do. So I'm not trying to be a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm not trying to be an Olympic wrestling champion. I'm not trying to be a Muay Thai champion. I'm not trying to be a boxing champion. I'm trying to do all those things at the same time when I fight you. So just be ready.
So we got a new Anthony Johnson then. I mean, we obviously, when you came into the UFC, you came in with a lot of hype behind you, and then there was the eye injury against Kevin Burns that was very controversial and a terrible call by the ref. And then obviously the weight cutting issues. But now we have you back at 205, and you almost made a mockery of Phil Davis in that fight. I mean, you made him look like he didn't even show up that day. So do we have a new you at 205? Are you staying here?
Oh yeah, I'm staying here. Only time I will go up and wait or go to another weight class is if it comes down to the situation once again where I have to, it's between me and Rashad. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, okay.
And I'll go up and wait and fight heavyweight 2 or 3 times before I fight Rashad, just to let it go by. You know what I'm saying? He'll have a fight or two by then if I go up and wait 2 or 3 times. So 205 is my home. But if, like I said, if it comes down to that situation where, me and Rashad have no choice but to fight, I'm going up and wait. I just won't do it. I won't fight my brother.
You got your principles. All right, so I got to ask, man, the night of the bowling, who won?
I got there late. I got there late. So they didn't want to put your boy on. I would have been hitting, I would have probably got a 300, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah,
like
of course.
160, all of that stuff. But, I think Loco won. Loco had a little bet with all the guys, and the average Joe won.
It's funny, man.
They were too big, man. They tossing the bowling ball down the bowling alley like baseballs, man.
I was going to say, how many balls and pins did you guys break?
That they broke them all. I didn't break anything. I was late. I was late to the party.
I worked at a bowling alley for a little while, and if I would have saw your group of people come in there to start throwing bowling balls down the alley, I probably would have just quit. Because I don't think that I would have wanted to.
We were in our little area, and you look left, it's a family with kids and just people having fun. You look to the right, the same thing, and I'm like, dude, we stick out so bad right now. You have no idea.
We were just
all this muscle around here. Then you got some chocolate. That's me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, dude, we are like the center of attention because little kids started walking up to us and like talking to us as if like the guys are superheroes and stuff like that.
Right.
It was funny though. It was fun. It was cool.
Yeah, I can only imagine how many pins the porters had to go pick up, how many broken sweeps there were, and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
And the thing about it, the picture that you saw was of the guys. Like, when you got a guy that's built like that, most likely his girl is going to be in the fitness business too,
Oh, yeah.
These women weren't monsters, but they were definitely in shape, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you got your women's section, you know what I'm saying, muscle and in shape, you know what I'm saying? Then you got your guys, and that's just ton of muscle, you know what I'm saying? So it was just interesting. It was an interesting night. The crew was really mixed up.
That looks like a good time, though, man. So we got one more
It
question
was fun.
for.
It was awesome. Everybody was cool. Everybody just laughed and had a good time. We didn't worry about anything and just have fun, man.
That's what it's supposed to be about. We got one more question for you before we let you go, man. It's who would win in a fight? Dodge, go ahead.
All right, Anthony. So who would win in a fight? A bear with machine guns for hands and feet, or a pterodactyl that poops chainsaws?
What? I'm
very technical.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know, man.
It's the best response so
I
far.
have to go with the bear.
Going with the bear.
Bear with the machine guns for hands and feet. Awesome. Cool. Chalk one more up for the Bear. It's going down this Saturday. You need to watch it. It's UFC on Fox 12. It's going to be for free. An awesome card with your headliners of Matt Brown going up against Robbie Lawler and, of course, Anthony Rumble Johnson going up against Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. Personally, Dodge and I think that you're going to smoke him and move right past him in the rankings. But, of course, best of luck to you, and thanks so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.